course, kasama ang ating suki at ang minamahal at napakaganda, no? Magandang kasama sa umaga. Si Ms. Sheila Viesca, siya po ay isang personal effectiveness coach and corporate communications guru. Good morning, Ms. Sheila!
Good morning, Kikay. Hi, Beth. Hello, Kuya
Hi.
Diego.
Welcome to the show.
Happy December
Wellness
1!
Wednesday.
Hindi kami lagi
Yes,
nag-aabot
happy
ni Miss
December.
Sheila.
Oo,
Lagi
nga
tayo hindi
eh.
nag-aabot. Oo,
Yes.
lagi akong news pagka siya yun.
Pati si Uncle, bihira na lang sila makasama-kasama sa
Beth,
news na
tell
news
them.
sila.
And then I remember the last time I sat down in your show with
Parang
Diego
last year
was
pa ata.
prior to the pandemic pa yata.
Oo, kasi daily ang
Oo.
news ni Diego. Araw-araw siyang
Oo,
nag-news eh.
ang ating nag-iisang
yes.
tito.
Oo.
Napakagandang topic ito, ha, Miss
Yes,
Sheila.
nako, very timely pa.
Totoo.
Marami nang
Naku,
nasirang
gusto
mga
natin.
pagkakaibigan, kahit magkakapatid,
Mabuti. Mabuti naman wala pa namang winawasak na tahanan dito.
Naku, baka meron na.
Ito gusto namin itong tatlo, ha. Paano nga ba natin matatakel ang politics without ruining friendships and relationships? No?
Basta relationships.
Oo, basta relationship in general. Napakagandang usapan yan. Paano nga ba, Miss Sheila?
Yes. Well, so true and so timely. Kasi now, more than ever, we truly need to listen to get our message across. Hindi na natin nga pinag-uusapan, pakakasalan mo ba ang taong iba yung relihiyon? Ang tatanungin mo, pakakasalan mo ba yung tao? Iba yung political beliefs? Ganun yung mga naririnig natin. We now live in a highly polarized society fed by untruths. Maraming hatred online. And then the communication nurtures violence. We are mostly battered by a lot of things that are eating us up. Tapos yung battleground natin, syempre, yung virtual world. Because
Yes.
locked in our homes, ito yung go-to natin. So what is truly agitating are the untruths. Pero we can also consider that facts will not save us when our consideration is to keep our relationships, to maintain our friendships. So may mga kailangan tayong mga tools and techniques. If our intention is to get our message across.
Correct.
Well, but before we go there, kailangan kilalanin muna natin kung sino yung mga nakakasalamuhan natin sa social media, especially those who can be polarizing. Kasi hindi naman masama kung ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo. Your beliefs don't make you a bad person, and your beliefs don't make you a good person either. Your behavior does. So, respeto, alam natin yan. Certain sense of humility, alam natin yan. Pero mahirap i-practice because we're dealing with personality types. So, who are this? Merong mga peacemakers sa mga kakilala natin, mga family members natin. These are the ones who try to avoid any hint of conflict. They evade any kind of discussion, political discussions, at the earliest opportunity. So, hindi naman natin masisisi at hindi natin mapipilit na magsalita sila. There are those who we can consider mga snipers. Sino naman to? Basta may pagkakataon na makiride on or mag-take sides.
They will
Magko-comment
strike.
sila. Oo, but they will retreat right away pagka nakapagbigay na sila ng comment. And then there are those who are the attackers. So itong discussion natin, mainly for them. Kasi they will attack anyone who disagrees with them.
And it's toxic.
Yes, it's toxic. Kasi kaibigan ka man o katrabaho, they will not back down kung iba yung pinaniniwalaan mo. And then of course, there are those who are the defenders. They are the ones who start with a position of another person to gain advantage. So ipagtatanggol nila. Marami are not only peacekeepers kasi they would rather be quiet, pero they're bystanders. So maraming ganyan. Sila yung nagiging biktima ngayon pag hindi sila nagsasalita. And finally, What we want to be are engagers. Ito yung, kung mayroon kang sasabihin na substantial, gusto mo magsalita,
Sabihin mo.
but you don't want to be disagreeable. Okay, you want to disagree without being disagreeable. So, ang pinaka-problematic sa mga personalities who we are dealing with these days, yung attacker. Kasi,
Yes.
ito yung nagiging reason but bakit nagiging masama yung takbo ng relationships. And again, facts will not save us. Facts in this regard are actually a trap. Kasi pag may binigay kang katotohanan, hindi naman yan nagiging gateway sa pagkakasundo. Nagiging reason yan para magkaroon pa ng further argument.
Gagatungan nyo pa.
Yes. So, ngayon, alamin na natin kung ano yung mga dapat nating gawin.
Sige, number 1, Miss
I
Sheila.
wanna
Number
know,
1,
I
dapat
wanna know.
gawin.
Pag may narinig kang hindi ayon sa gusto mo or hindi ayon sa pinaniniwalaan mo, and you have to engage the person, be able to clarify. Kasi malamang naman, may dimension dun sa katotohanan na yan na pwede maging point of connection nyo. Okay? Hindi yung basta nakita mo lang or narinig mo lang.
React ka na agad.
Yes. Or you can be responsive. Thank you, Beth. Not reactive. Even by
I
simply
like
saying, alam mo, you're able to say that better than I could. Can you tell me more? Instead of being angry about it, be able to ask the other person kung ano ba yung talagang pinagmumulan ng pinaniniwalaan niya. Kasi hindi naman sa lahat ng pagkakataon we would disengage, right?
Yes.
And in many situations, it's healthy to have a good discussion online or in person. So pagkatapos mo mag-clarify, well, you have to compliment. Another
Okay.
C. So, when you compliment, you create a common ground. Kasi yan yung point of connection eh. Before you get to influence another person, there has to be likability. Kung hindi ka nila gusto, kahit tama ka, hindi sila makikinig sa'yo. John Maxwell said, if you think you're leading but no one is following, then you're simply walking. So, no matter how right you are, if you make the other person feel wrong,
Correct.
magiging sablay pa rin. You can end up being wrong or at least on the wrong side. So, by agreeing, you are able to tell the person, hindi ka naman mali. Magkaiba lang tayo ng pinaniniwalaan. And maybe, there's something valuable in the information that other person is able to give. And by agreeing with him, mapagsasalita mo pa siya kung saan siya nanggagaling. Malamang mali lang yung pagkakarinig mo nung una. Then after that, pwede ka nang magpasakali. Pwede ka nang mag-reroute.
Mag-introduction.
Yes. Kasi nag-establish ka na ng connection na-acknowledge mo na yung mga shared beliefs nyo. And naiparating mo na sa kabila na gusto mong makinig. When you do, you're able to open up to them and they open up to you. So madali ka na mag-introduce ng mga points of discussion and disagreement mo. Hindi na masyadong
Intelligent discussions.
Yes, intelligent discussion kasi hindi na sila masyadong defensive. And then second to the last, yun na yung engagement nyo. When you offer perspectives, yung personal stories, experiences, that will be a different ball game in that discussion. Kasi may first-hand experience ka na eh. Bakit ba ganyan yung pinaniniwalaan mo? Ano ba yung napagdaanan mo? Ano ba yung episodes na na-experience mo personally? Yes. Like I've worked with this person, I've worked with a lot of people who worked on a project under this leader. And then lastly, wag kang titigil sa pag-i-investigate kung ano yung tama kasi there is an opportunity in that discussion na maiiba rin yung pananaw mo as you enrich your mind with the information that were not familiar to you when you started this engagement. So it's easier said than done, but it has to be done. Right? Kasi
I like
if we
that.
want to maintain our relationships and not ruin our friendships, kailangan open communication. Communication will always be key.
Totoo yan. Napakaganda nun, napakaganda ng mga steps na yun. Naalala ko, isa sa mga nasabi mo, Ate Beth, hindi nyo naman kakilala yan. Hindi nyo kilala yan. Saka hindi rin naman kayo kilala niyan. You know, like bakit natin hahayaan to na maging, bakit hahayaan
Diba?
natin yung issue na ito, why do we always have,
Sira yung relationship nyo.
oo, bakit kailangan tayo magkawatak-watak na dahil lang mag-e-eleksyon? Tama ka doon, Naiisip ko lang, Miss Sheila, paano naman kung yung atake sa'yo, personal na, yung tipong wala nang connect doon sa usapan, okay yung maganda sa, how do you shift the mood, the setting, yung parang atmosphere na parang bakit kailangan natin mag-ukrayan? Why do we have to bash each other personally even if we don't know each other that well, 'di ba? Na based on what we believe in and yung sa ating mga opinions politically, how do you that? Kasi may mga minsan kasi like online, may mga ganun yung pag-atake, no? Okay, sana kung yung enlightening points nung kung bakit yun yung pinaglalaban nila. How do you shift the perspective sa ganun to something that's better?
Yeah. Well, that's a very good point, Kikay, because when you hear something that's off and that brings out your emotionality, it's easy to just respond with an attack. Pwede mo namang tanungin if it is worth the engagement. Why do you feel that way? Ano ba yung definition mo ng ganito? Ano ba yung pinanggagalingan mo? But the better question to ask is, do you have to respond at all? Be able to ask yourself why. Ano ba yung role mo dyan sa situation? And if it is worth responding, I would say have the humility to acknowledge that you don't have all the answers and that you can learn from this other person. Kung may connection kayo for you to correct this person, then go ahead and do that. Maybe not in public, but through a private message. Kung hindi naman at gusto mo talaga ng engagement that's out
Diskusyon.
in the open. O diskusyon. Kasi feeling mo may ma-offer
Schedule
na
natin
tama.
yan.
Then be able to use tools, frameworks of communication like yung positive scripting, yung mag-a-agree ka muna or mag-identify ka muna ng point of connection, then if i-feed mo kung ano yung gusto mong sabihin, then in closing you acknowledge that the other person does not have to agree with you, and it's good that you're listening to his point of view. And so I think in a nutshell.
I have one question because I've noticed,
Yes.
I've noticed kasi yung politics has been around since long time na, 100,000
Oo,
years.
parang panagkopong-kopong,
Pero
di
mas
ba?
enhance ang pag-aaway ngayon. And I've noticed...
Sa social media.
Oo, it's social media. And ako lang, correct me if I'm wrong, yung mga true friends, yung mga mabibigat na friends, hindi social media based ang friendship. So parang kami nila Beth, we use social media nila Kika as a way
tool,
of communicating. But that's not the basis of friendship kasi ang tunay na
Yes.
usapan namin ng belief is personal. Like, we've always
How we
had
don't
different...
argue with that. About that.
That's not worth it, di
Di
ba?
ba, Beth, for example, long time ago, iba-iba naman political beliefs natin.
Totoo yan. And until now.
Right, ni Sheila, is it right to say na we just partly to blame or majority to blame sa problem na ganito is social media rather than actual belief in politics?
Nice question.
Oh, that's a smart one from Uncle. 1 point. Wow.
Well, social media became a tool for us it became a platform. Pero tama ka, Diego, matagal nang ganito. Ngayon lang, it's amplified kasi lahat tayo may boses na. Lahat tayo naririnig. And lahat tayo, feeling natin, dahil nandiyan yung platform na yan, we are there to change people's mind.
Mm-hmm.
But, just because you believe something does not mean na kailangan yung ibang tao umayon din sa'yo. So, nag-umpisa to, I think in many situations, nagkakaroon ng ganito eh. Healthy debate, healthy argument, tulad nga nung opening na nung sinabi ko sa opening na hindi na natin pinag-uusapan yung kung ibang relihiyon ba pakakasalan mo. Now, it's about political belief. I remember when I was in high school, bakit ba pinag-uusapan kung iba yung pinaniniwalaan mong, kung iba yung religion mo, hindi ka pwede magpakasal.
Kung mahal nyo naman ng isa't isa, di ba?
Oo. And I've always wondered about that. And thankfully, after so many years, hindi na natin masyadong iniinda yan. Kasi we recognize that in our differences, we grow. And I think that's one aspect of friendship that Uncle Diego is pointing out. Kung talagang real friends yan, it's because you have points of differences that you also embrace because these are the points that allow you to grow. Your points of similarities allow you to connect. Pero gusto mo ba lahat ng kaibigan mo, kagaya mo, parang pag nag-isip, pareho kayo, then there will be no opportunity for improvement, for progress. Yes, napaka-boring naman.
Diba, yung word amplified, Miss Sheila. Kasi before, I remember pag may iba ang political view ng, kunyari, best friend mo, nalaman mo, you don't have yet an opportunity to vent out your opinion against his bakit nagkakaiba kayo ng belief.
You let it be.
Because wala naman instant access. So nangyayari, yung galit mo, it simmers down. So when you do see each other, ano nangyayari, since medyo kalmado ka na, nakapag-isip ka kung ano yung mga pang-kontra mo, the discussion becomes somewhat factual. Eh ngayon, Miss Sheila, pag kunyari, magalit ako kay Kikay bigla, ang dali-dali mag-post, sasagutan na lang kami sa social media.
Oo, like,
walang kalmahan.
rates, no?
Too petty.
Yes. So, imbis na nakatulong, pag nag-meet kayo ngayon, you will tackle that topic with this person in a manner that's aggressive and argumentative. Yeah. So ang key dito is it's not you have your opinion, you're raising your points of view not because you want to change minds, especially if it is with regard to relationships and friends. It is to touch another person's heart. Kung hindi magbago yung pag-iisip nila, at least may intindihan nila kung saan ka manggagaling. And I think that's what real friendships and good relationships are about. So they allow you to open a discussion. It's not whether you win or you lose. It's how you get there that matters. Kung paano nyo itinatawid from point A to point B, and that connection is what we can pepper with values, yung discipline, yung humility, yung openness, clarity of thinking. Oo. Because the victory is not in winning the argument, but in sustaining our relationships. All the more now.
Respect kasi talaga yun, Miss Sheila. I really practice, no. I've learned sa maraming mga taon na dati kasi na nag-engage din ako sa mga ganyan. Pero ngayon, makita mo kami si Diego, ako yan, si Angel. We don't post political views. Ako ang reason ko is because I am here, commentator and everything, commentating on a lot of issues. Ayokong makulayan, ayokong makita ito. I'm trying to be neutral because nandito tayo, napapanood tayo, no? So of course, meron akong mga bet, meron akong mga tinitingnan, meron akong mga gustong suportahan when election comes, no? But I do not say it in social media. Because ayokong yun nga, number one, ayokong makulayan. Ayokong masabi na, kaya naman ganyan yung komentaryo niyan kasi ganyan yung ano niyan. Ganon. So ako sa ano lang, meron lang akong feeling ko sa sarili ko, may responsibilidad lang ako na magpaabot ng balita. So it's puro factual lang. Walang commentary and all na tungkol sa election, tungkol sa mga kumakandidato and everyone. Merong isa nagtanong sa akin, sa post sa Facebook, sino ba yung aking bet? Sino
bang napupusuan mo?
Straightly, sinagot ko na nag-iisip pa kasi ako Ganun na lang, no? Nag-iisip pa kasi ako at saka ayoko kasing makulayan. So, ang sagot ko dyan ay hindi ko sasagutin. Para sa sarili ko na lang. Para walang bias, walang anything because we are here. Hindi tayo yung ordinaryong kumukomentaryo lang sa social media at nagsa-status lang. Iba tayo, 'di ba? So whatever we say, pwede tayong i-bash, which I don't want to happen. Ayokong sabihin na, kaya yung ganyan, kasi ganun, kasi hindi ko kilala yung mga yan, hindi ko sila kilala, wala akong pakialam sa kanila. So ako, pumipili ako, sino yung susuportahan ko based on my own understanding dun sa tao na yun. So, kung meron naman ako nakita, marami ako nakikita mga friends ko din, nakikita ko sila as in talagang masyado silang aggressive sa mga kanilang mga political views and all. Tinitingnan ko lang, binabasa, hindi ako nagko-comment. Minsan, hindi ako nagla-like, hindi ako nag-work, whatever.
You'll just scroll down na lang.
Nilipas din, hype lang.
Oo.
Lumalabas sa mga political analysts sa mga ganitong panahon na alam mo naman na makita mo kasi kung merong substance yung sinasabi, alam mo yung iba na hanggang ganito lang naman din yung alam. So ako, Tedma, don't care. I don't gauge, ayoko.
Bahala kayo, sumakit ulo nyo.
Diba?
Oo. Ano to, ang ginagawa ko dyan, pasok dito, labas sa kabila. No?
Yeah. Maganda yung pinoint out ni Beth, ha? Political beliefs are passing, but our relationships should be lasting.
Yes.
So, ano yung mas
Totoo.
matindi?
Correct.
Yes.
Pero alam mo,
At ang isang
Sheila,
angulo,
kami dito sa bahay,
Yes,
kami magkakaiba kami ng mga sinusuportan. Even kami ni Eric, magkaiba kami. Wala kaming pagkakataon na parehong presidente yung pinag-anuhan namin, binoto namin. We discuss. Kasi sabihin ko, si ganyan, I don't think kaya niyan. Parang lame, parang ganun. Tapos siya naman magsasabi siya na, at parang okay naman. Pero hindi kami nag-aaway when it comes to
Kitang
politics.
kayo ba ng ideas?
Alam mo yun na, okay, I know you support this person and you know I will never support this person
Sana
because
lahat
of my
ng
own experience and yung syempre knowledge din natin, tagal na natin dito, di ba, nasubaybayan na rin naman natin yung mga yung ganun ba?
Yes.
Sana ganun
At sana nga lahat objective in our choice of candidates and in our choice of
True.
leaders. But the reality is, that's not the case. We base our choices on our emotions. Di ba? Meron talaga tayong pinaniniwalaan, kinikilingan because of our personal biases. And that is fine. For as long as you consider that the booby trap in many situations in relationships is argument. Kasi pag in-insist mo na yung pinaniniwalaan mo, yan yung gawin ng buong pamilya, o tama, o yung siya kausapin, hanggang mabend yung kanyang pinaniniwalaan, then that's crossing the line. If you want to reach, if you want to help the other person see the truth, if you want the other person to change his mind, definitely you can reach him through his emotions. Pero dapat good emotions. Paramdaman niya kung ano yung tama sa pinaniniwalaan mo at kung bakit ka naniniwala ng ganyan. And if it is not worth discussing, tulad nga ng maraming engagements natin sa social media, dahil pang-ubos lang ng oras, or you are
worth it, no? It is worth it.
And you have to consider kung ano yung organization that you're representing. What role are you playing?
Yes.
Kasi in that case, hindi ka, tulad nga sinabi ni Beth, kailangan walang political color yung nire-report mo. And if you are in the service industry, you are dealing with clients with different political affiliations and beliefs. Ang main point mo for being out there on social media is to secure your life, to secure yourself and your family's financial standing. So, think twice kung magpo-post ka ng anything political na makaka-affect dun sa mga priorities mo. And
pinagtanong din sa akin, Michelle, tinanong ako, sabi niya, kasi nag-post ako sa story lang naman. Parang breaking news yun eh.
Oo.
Sabi niya, nag-PM sa akin, sinusuportahan mo ba yan? Sabi ko, sorry, hindi. Ano lang, parang, of course, nandito tayo sa ganitong klaseng trabaho. Feeling ko lang siguro mas okay na mag-update din tayo sa tao. But it doesn't mean na I support that person. Baka
Walang personalan, ano?
Sabi niya, kasi ako, dire-diretso na siya. Kasi hindi ko sinusuportan. Sabi ko, okay. Iba-iba naman, ganyan ka ako, gano'n.
Oo. At least yung mga ganyan may respeto. Ako talaga yun.
I don't make pat.
I learned how to make patol because, I used to be a patola, I wanted to be a labanos, di ba? Baka siguro next year mustasa ako, di ba? Meron nagsabi sa akin na mahalaga talaga, you choose your battles, and then,
Yes.
it's not worth fighting for, Ipaglaban natin yung mga gusto natin ipaglaban, sa pagdating ng araw kapag boboto na tayo.
Diba?
Pero
Pag
nakilabanan yung isa't isa because
Kahit
at the end of the day,
correct.
diba, at the end of the day, ikaw at ako, magkaiba man tayo ng political belief, we all want the same thing. We all want what is best for our country. So why are we gonna attack each other, di ba?
Saka kahit makipagpatayan ka,
Oo.
Kikay, hindi ka nga
Oo.
kilala niya ni, di ba? Ma-acknowledge ka ba? Uy,
Oo.
Eric Conrado, nakapagsabunutan dahil sinusuportahan ng
May headline pa, di ba?
Alam niyan sa'yo, di ba?
Totoo, di ba? Kaya let us not bring each other down. Let us lift each other up, no? Parang ekonomiya.
And you know, ladies, Kikay, Beth, Uncle Diego, the ironic situation is, pag nandito ka sa gobyerno, kailangan yung protocol, hindi ka biased. You are not supposed to post anything that's polarizing.
Yeah.
Kasi ang focus mo should be, of course, to help the public understand better, but not to
Create
present
sides.
not to create sides or factions. And this is something that we usually, when I handle foreign service training for our personnel, business communication for government agencies, ito yung isa sa mga sinasabi natin na don't post anything with political color. Unfortunately, this is not something that we see among our leaders. So, medyo mahirap kasi yung path na tina-track natin, when we think about it, wala tayong gagayahan eh. Yung tama na gusto nating gawin, we can only look up to very few. Kaya hindi natin, wala tayong masyadong points of references kung ano yung tama nating gagawin. But then again, you discern kung ano yung ipopost mo dyan.
Yes.
Kung talaga may pinaniniwalaan ka and you want people to be swayed to that side, maybe it's better to reach out to them in private, in over coffee, para mas magkaintindihan kayo. Kasi when you're out there on social media, maraming makikisawsaw, maraming makikisali. And this is not a situation that you want to have kung gusto mong everyday is a Wellness Wednesday.
Oo.
Yes.
Ating zen.
Ba yan? Ako yung sayang oras ko dyan, Sheila.
Nako, at the end of the day, hindi tayo kahit anong kulay, lahat naman tayo Pilipino, iba't pa lang tayo ng kulay ng balat, di ba? Syempre. Ganda ng topic
Pero
natin.
maganda yan. Very nice topic.
We should have more discussions like this in the future, ha, Miss Sheila. Kaabang-abang, syempre, Para po sa ating mga kasambahay, na interesadong who want to learn how to, di ba, properly engage, and at the same time, yung iba pang mga, iba pa nilang pwedeng matutunan sa'yo, Miss Sheila. How do they get in touch with you and ano po yung inyong mga social media pages?
Yes, they can reach us at 0917-877-5588 or 0917-894-5588, talkshop.ph, and our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, under Talkshop Consultancy, Talkshop PH, or Sheila Viesca. So we offer courses in communication, leadership, coaching and mentoring, personal effectiveness, social graces, and personality development, among others. In closing, I would like to say that now that this is a season, when we hear all this political commentaries, let's agree that peaceful communication, peaceful engagement should be the rule of thumb. Yes, violent engagement should not be our path. It's easy to have a conversation, to organize a community, magkaroon ng friendly relations if our intention is to enlighten others, our friends, and to walk with them para mas makita nila kung ano yung tama. So there are a lot of things that we can do to contribute, and definitely we can disagree without being disagreeable.
I love it.
And everyone has the right to their own opinion.
Totoo.
Yes.
Respeto lang.
Slow clap ako
And
dyan.
pwede bang mag-hi sa aking mga clients and
Of
friendships
course.
and family members?
Go ahead.
So, to the personnel of AGNP, hello to you because many of them are watching UNTV. And so, ito yung mga engineers and officers from AGNP in Batangas. To my relatives from NCR, so Laguna, and then Nueva Ecija. Alam ko, iba-iba tayo ng pinaniniwalaan. But thank you because we don't talk politics whenever we meet up.
Nice.
And we respect one another kung anong pinaniniwalaan natin. So definitely, it's going to be a good election season if we're able to practice all this. Humanity should always reign supreme. Sensibility is the name of the game. It's not so important what you feel, but how you make the other person feel. Kung magsasalita ka or kung may ipaliliwanag ka.
Oh, dead man
I love it. I love it. Ano, let us all unite,
Balay.
not divide. Diba?
Thank you so much, Sheila.
Speechless
Thank
kami
you,
doon.
Fred.
Iba-birthday. Oh.
Thank you, Kikay.
Grabe.
And hello again.
Kaya angat po kami.
Thank you.
Birthday ni
Ako,
Diego
Diego.
kahapon.
Oo. Nag-birthday yan kahapon.
Happy
Yung
birthday!
uncle niyo.
Wow, 59 years old now?
Oh, di ba? Pero alam mo naman, yung mukha niya, di ba? Yung mukha niya, ganun pa rin, di ba? Alam mo naman,
Yeah,
pabata talaga ng pabata si
forever.
Tito Diego. Oo, iba
Kaya
talaga
nga
pag mati ni Idol eh. No? Thank you so much,
Thank
Miss
you so
Sheila.
much.